Hey, and we're back. Welcome to another episode of And in His Corner. Coming out the white corner, my name is Bill, and I'm ready to fight.
And coming out the black corner, my name is Barry, and I'm ready to fight.
All right, I want a good, clean fight. Let's get it on.
Welcome to And in This Corner, where we settle the score once and for all on who's the best. That includes best music, best shows, best movies, best anything. And this week, what we talking about, Bill?
Finally, Rock has come back. Hey, man, we got some interesting news. We got our probably most favorite news. Verzuz is back. Timberland and Swiss Beats. They are partnering with Elon Musk. I believe you stated that it's probably most likely going to be a distribution deal, but Verzuz is back. I'm
All right,
excited.
yeah. So, Bill, you sent me the update. You're kind of our go-to guys with whatever's hot off the press. So, enlighten us on those who don't know. What's up?
So we know Versus came around, became popular
Mm-hmm.
around COVID time. We
Yeah.
were all inside, we couldn't do anything. So Versus kept us
It's a
tuned in.
concert in your living, a concert from the
Concert
privacy
in
of
your
your
living
own
room. Yep.
MacBook, laptop,
Yep.
or cell
Laptop,
phone.
MacBook, however you watched it. Technology back there was a little but over time, as sponsorships came and money came, we upgraded the technology, and instead of being in separate rooms, we were now in rooms together, and it became a production,
Yeah.
right? um some people were okay with it, some people like the old format, but for me, um I like clarity. I like to hear, I like the look, the sound. So I was okay with it.
Yeah. I feel like a majority of people were they didn't mind the production. It was just the consistency. So with this being a distribution deal, the hope is it will be more consistent because I think that was the most difficult thing for Versus.
Yeah.
Obviously, landing big names, they had to,
Mhm.
cover costs for that, but also covering costs for like bandwidth and all of that stuff. Because a
Yes.
lot of people had technology issues,
Hmm.
i.e., Teddy Riley. So Versus started basically carrying that on their back, and I think that's where the expenses came about. But
Hmm.
with distributing it through X, I think that platform is built for heavy bandwidth, so it'll take a
Hmm.
lot for them to crash. And the
Yeah.
hope is that that won't happen. And with that pressure
Hmm.
off, I think now we could see more consistent verses. I don't see any reason why this isn't something that happens monthly. But we're far from that now. But this news shows that
Yeah.
we're moving eastbound and up. Let's hope that that's the case.
Let's just hope
So
that's the case.
yeah, so
Absolutely.
with them being back, let's look at our wish lists of who do we want to see. I'll let you do the
Um,
honors of going first.
for me, it makes sense. The Boys to Men, all of the people we love. The Boys to Men, the Jodeci, the
The
Drew
library.
Hill, the New Edition, Mary J. We want to see, Mariah. We've talked about our wish list a couple times. You know, I'd love to see a Beyonce and Rihanna get up there and go at
Yeah,
it.
that's I feel like certain people are just they're too big. Not that
Yeah,
they would fail, but they're too big to fail or too big to book. Oh, Beyonce
I
seemed like
mean,
one of them
she's
ones.
yeah, Beyonce. When a lot of times we talk about doing for the culture or
Yeah,
whatever, and I think if Beyonce would have done a versus, it would have been during COVID when we were shut down.
yeah.
Think now how it looks now with the production and the money and the sponsorship and
It's high
everything.
expectations. Yeah,
The expectations are high, and I just don't think right now she would do it.
yeah. If it,
Even
if she did something, it would be through
it'd
like
be
what
through Rock
baby.
Nation, like they would
No,
do their own type thing.
yeah, but it would be like, correct me if I'm wrong. So, like, remember when Babyface did the Valentine's Day thing? That wasn't
Mhm.
verses, right?
No, it wasn't.
Exact. It would be something like that. Like it would be like a
He just
special
went through
occasion.
his he just went through the Waiting to Excel album.
Yeah. Yes.
Um, Yeah, almost like his own little live documentary.
A lot of
Documentary.
a lot of what we see going on right now, it's spawned from Versus. Like K Dot just did a live concert for California,
Mhm.
basically where he took the picture with all of the California rappers and all of that.
Yeah.
That's a seed of Versus. Like I feel like that whole style of concerts from your living room, going live and not really focusing on the head count and taxing folks to be there. That doesn't happen if Versus doesn't happen during COVID.
I would say it was Versus and um what's that video game? It's a video game because Travis Scott had a
You talking about?
concert.
I feel like Versus was doing that before they did it, but you talking about
The concert style? I don't
yeah, I
know. Because the first
the
concert type style we had was
Travis Scott did it, but I remember Versus first, like because when I know what you talking about Fortnite.
Fortnite. Yep.
Yeah, Fortnite. I remember the Travis Scott concert. By then, you already had the T-Pains and the Manny Fresh verses.
Yeah, but that was just two people. I'm in my room, they're in their room, and
So
we're
they,
talking
yeah,
together. They just went live with each other.
you're right because I think Fortnite took it to where production was more important first, where
Yeah.
Versus was just more the artist
It's
catalog.
it's how
It's
our
a
screen look.
combination.
It's how our
Co-
screen look right now.
yeah, COVID did it. I think the biggest
Mhm.
trigger or catalyst would have been COVID.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so
You know,
well,
the
who we want to see?
Mariahs
Just a
and
couple of names you left off that I want to see. Wayne, I do want to see. Well, let's talk about do-overs. Like, are there any folks that you want to see twice? Maybe not do-overs per se,
yeah,
but
I would
do-overs and
yeah,
also bringing opponents back. And
I
maybe
would say I would babyface. So LaFace against
a flight time.
Flight Time, which is Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I wouldn't mind seeing The Dream versus Neo, but I don't think that's gonna happen
Mm-hmm.
due to certain things that just popped up.
Yeah.
Um,
And I mean, JD needs a new opponent
J,
because at the
yeah,
beginning of the year, I felt like the last time we heard from Versus, they were promoting a heavyweight bout between
yeah. So yeah, we won't get the Diddy and the JD versus,
no JD,
unfortunately.
no
Ain't no
Diddy.
Diddy.
Pun
No
intended.
pun intended.
But those are
So
some folks who are
yeah,
gonna need a matchup though. So I'm anxious to
yeah.
see who they match up JD with.
Remember it was some talks about JD and Dre. There was some talks about that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh um I don't
That's real different.
I really don't like that one.
I don't like that at all. I
Um
understood Diddy versus Dre because of the whole East West, but there's not a storyline there. And then with JD and also the music, it doesn't match, and it didn't match that much with P Diddy either.
no, Diddy matches up more with, I'll say this, Diddy matches up more with JD than Dre does because of the R&B side
Yes,
that Puff
yes,
has.
yeah. So
So
if they match up JD with somebody, it's going to be a landslide. It'll just be for Atlanta love or something. Because I'm
depends on
thinking,
who it is.
who could you match him up with? Because I think Brian Cox,
B Cox, that's on the same side.
I I think JD is walking away with that. I
Well,
do.
I don't even think they would go
They
against
would do
each
it off.
other.
They would do it off of some friendship love type thing. Because I think he would also go against Dallas man. I mean
It,
Dallas
I
Austin.
I could see Dallas and B Cox going.
Okay.
I could see them too. I don't think Jay because they have too many records they have together. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna play
Those
my.
you got to omit those.
If they admit those, then
Yeah. Yeah. You're
yeah.
right.
So I just think that
Touche.
I could see Dallas Austin, B Cox. I could see them two going at it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like I said, Neo Dream, let them go back at it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, you know what I say? Carrie Helson,
You said Carrie Hilson and you
Carrie
said Sierra.
Sierra. I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. I like that one. I like that one. And Who is it? The underdogs. The
Who do you put him up against?
Gotta find somebody who maybe another who was Carrie Helston group.
Her producing group?
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I mean I know her pen. I didn't know she produced with the group.
I think she. Yeah, let me look that up. But I do remember her being a part of a group.
When
But
everything
either
when everything calms down, I mean, I would like to see Kanye go at it. I feel you, but I think he has the most Grammy awards. Like from the current producers that like right now, it's hey man, we just talk about music. When everything calms
don't get me
down,
wrong. Don't get me
yeah,
wrong. I would
yeah.
love to see Kanye, but he's so
I you know what? Just put
he's
a mute button on him or something.
like
That's one where you don't do the production. You just play the song. Just play the song,
you
Kanye.
have to pull back on the
Take away his
production.
mic and you just
Yes.
let him play the
Just
songs.
play the song. Don't
Yeah.
do anything else. Just play the song,
I
sir.
saw, and they were talking about rappers, but I saw like the most Grammy awards by rappers, and you have everyone like Will Smith at two, Jay-Z was leading the charge, but
Hmm.
then above that, you have Kanye just head and shoulders over the competition.
Hmm.
So yeah, like I do think that needs to be displayed. Also, the
I can see
Virginia
Kanye.
Love,
I can see Kanye and Jay-Z go at it.
yeah,
You
Pharrell,
know,
Missy, that whole VA clique need to probably be on stage.
but what about Pharrell versus Kanye?
I think that matches. I
I
think I
like it.
said that in the past, and I think it
I
matches.
like
The
it.
only reason why I'm not sure, because it's hard to keep track, but are they not beefing? Well, Kanye beefs with everybody, you know, and he apologizes the year after. But I
Yeah.
thought there was bad blood there. I might be tripping though.
I don't know, but I could see them two going at it.
And I might be really tripping on that one. I'm not sure. But I would
I,
like
could-
to
I could
see,
I could see that one. I could see
yeah.
that one. I could see him going at. I could see him going against Jay-Z as a rapper. I could see him going against Pharrell as a producer.
Man, that's what
That'd be
hey man,
dope.
I
That'd be
separate the
dope.
art from the music, and that's why I'm like,
Yeah,
he could do two battles, one as a rapper, the other one as
as a
a
producer.
producer.
Yes, I could see that.
Yeah.
Uh, but we also got some other genres out there. We got jazz. We got
Yeah. That's
um
why I said this is
gospel.
yeah, the fact that they're only I feel like this is like the new version of like Soul Train 106 in Park, where it needs to be at minimum, it needs to be showcased monthly. That way you could highlight at least 12 times a year, you know, the
Yeah,
different genres and, you know,
yeah.
our culture's music. Cause
NSYNC, Backstreet Boys.
yeah,
Eventually, maybe down the
yeah,
line. Not right now.
I feel like
Down the road.
you get the opportunity to do stuff like that when it's like more chances at bat. Cause like every time, like they're doing this thing once a quarter and it's putting so much pressure. Oh, you got to knock it out the ballpark because we ain't had a verses in a year and a half or, you know, 3 months. But if you start knocking these babies out the park once a month, you're able to experiment. Because personally, I would like to see Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, and I would be singing every word. So like,
Yeah,
like my playlist is eclectic, and I want to see
yeah.
that,
I don't need too
displayed.
much of that.
Yeah,
Just them
for
two.
sure. It's just,
You could give me a
wet your
Britney
beak a
and
little
a
bit.
Christina, and we'll cap it right
Yeah,
there. We
yeah.
don't
And
need
it also
we'll keep it right
get
there.
back to what they were doing with the Sammy, where it's like it's not a full verses, but it's like an opening act.
Like
It
a
just needs to
team,
be
like a
more
team,
organized. Yeah,
like
more
a team.
organized. But I would like to see something like that also.
Yeah, we still said we got cities versus cities.
Mm-hmm.
You got a Cleveland, our guys up there in Cleveland. Shout out to them boys.
Yeah.
Big Bro
Rude boys.
Joe, and you
Joe.
got Rude Boys and Men at Large, and you got our Levert,
Yeah.
OJs.
Yeah.
Maybe do they go up against Philly?
Yeah. Well,
You
with that
know,
being said, we kind of like we putting the horse before the carriage because Bill, you asked a question over text with me, and I was kind of shocked. And you were
Mhm.
more privy to the comments in the comment section.
Yeah.
Question: Will this be as hot as it was, or are people just kind of done with verses? What do you think?
A lot of negative comments.
Hmm.
Um, I know people say all attention is good
Yeah.
attention, or however it's said. That's not necessarily true.
And all
All
publicity is
news,
good
all
publicity.
publicity. No, 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 no. Not all publicity is good publicity. We can take that away. But from the comments, it wasn't favorable on the positive side.
Yeah.
All like it's when I kept reading, and they were saying, "Who cares? It's been so long, or whatever." Right?
Hmm.
They also stated today's Juneteenth, and you guys bring us this with Elon Musk. What are y'all doing? Roland Martin, I have to go watch the actual full video that he's put out, but he had a snippet that he was talking about it, and he was talking about all the stuff that Elon Musk did or is doing that basically goes against blacks. So, I mean, I do want to go and watch it so that I'm fully versed and not just taking a sound bite. I do want to hear his full um video and his speech about it. But I versus
And by
for
the way,
and in his
before,
corner.
but
Go ahead.
Elon Musk and Kanye probably have the same media trainer. They're 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 very similar in how they approach media coverage.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Bill.
I will say for you and I and in this corner started because of
Off of a
verses.
versus conversation.
We started this because of verses.
Yeah.
And maybe one day we'll talk about how it all started. We'll maybe somebody interview us and ask or whatever, but who knows? But anyway, I
And
love
with
verses. I love to
yeah,
watch it. I love to talk about it.
so we may be biased, and
I'm
but
definitely
I
biased.
would say also, Bill, like one thing I've learned about social media, it's always two voices. So I'm never gonna comment, and I'm excited to see verses come back, but I'm just
Yeah.
never gonna be in the comment section. So I do
Mhm.
think there is a group out there that represents my norm that's just not
Yeah.
commenting, and we're only hearing the negative, but I do think the positives are probably just being mum on the subject.
Hmm.
Do I think it will be hot? I do, because this is like the new pay-per-view. It really depends on the act. The act basically controls the show. I liken
Yeah.
this versus to Soul Train and 106 in Park. Depending on who they had as a special guest that day, I would tune in. If I wasn't really rocking with the special guest, I was like, I already know who gonna make number one. It's gonna be Bow Wow again. I'm not watching this episode.
Definitely gonna be Bow Wow again.
Yeah, so I would tune
Definitely
out
Bow Wow.
sometimes if I wasn't really rocking with the
Yeah.
acts. So
Yeah.
as long as they could book the right acts, I feel like it will be like business as usual. Their main issue in the past was distribution. A lot of times it crashed, which is why they had to go through Triller and create their own uh site, and it would crash. YouTube would crash. I think X could handle the bandwidth. So you pay the X, you don't necessarily have to worry. Like now you could get whoever you want. And I really feel like they just have to come out with a big name to start us off. And then the
Better.
consistency will win us
Yeah.
over. Another thing, since they've left, there hasn't been anybody to take that spot. We were watching verses from like on Eastern Standard Time, the hours of 9 to midnight.
Yeah.
There's nothing dictating our eyeballs at that
Mm-mm.
time. Um,
To me,
every
this is
huh?
best. To me, this is the best time to drop a versus because the NBA Finals is done.
We don't have
So
nothing to
you
do.
got
I'm waiting
you
on.
have it's all you right now.
Yeah, we waiting on the NFL right now. Like, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be a minute. I don't have my fantasy draft until 8/24. So
Yep.
you got 2 months. Now they released the sound, the new press release on
Press release.
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth.
I think it would be criminal if we don't see a flyer next week, and if we don't get our first verses in a
Mhm.
year, July 4th. That's
Yep.
a lost opportunity. If they
Yep.
miss that opportunity, I think they tripping.
And like I stated, we have a contact. I'm gonna hit up that contact
Give you a wink.
And maybe, you know, I'm not gonna ask who, I'm not gonna ask where, when, but is it coming soon?
Yeah.
That's all I
I mean,
need
you
to
could.
know.
I would urge you to ask when. You know, maybe we don't need an exact time, but
Yeah.
just say is it sooner or later?
Yeah, she
And
or he
yeah,
may tell me or may not. It depends.
yeah,
Probably not. And I not understand why, but something has to happen ASAP.
yeah.
Yeah, something has
As
to
soon
happen
as
ASAP.
possible for me means less than 30 days. I don't think you put out a press release unless you have something cooking within the next
You
30
better have
days.
something
And
ready.
I feel like they got something cooking for 4th of July.
We already missed Mother's Day. And remember, SWV and Escape
Yeah.
did Mother's Day 3 years
We
ago.
need something. We need
2 or 3
something
years
for
ago.
4th of July. We need something for back to school. We need something for fall. We need
Mhm.
something for Halloween. We need something for Thanksgiving. We need something for Christmas. And I'm leaving out a couple of holidays.
Absolutely.
So
100%.
we need
100%.
something every month. Ain't no games. But
Yeah.
Bill, I'm excited. You're
Mhm.
excited. You've mentioned we could possibly be biased.
Mhm.
What's
Definitely
a way
biased.
that, you know, for me, I always like to see the other side of that coin.
Yeah.
What's the best way for me to kind of remain um objective and
Mhm.
hear realistic thoughts out there? Where's the best place for me to go?
Hey, we have a comment section that we renamed My 2 Cents. Leave your 2 cents in the comment section. Let us know. Do you care about Versus? Do you think it's still gonna make waves how it did? Who would you like to see? Leave us your information. Leave us a comment, man. We love to talk to our audience. Love to talk to our audience.
And what's the best way for them to show support, Bill?
Show support. Like this video, leave that comment like I stated, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to share our information. Hit that notification bell so that whenever we drop new content, you're instantly notified.
All right, there we go. This concludes our episode. Welcome back, Versus. Thank you for tuning in to And in This Corner.